Hi there, how are you today? Good morning, thanks for joining me. So, I want to share with you something. I'm looking at the computer. Love me when I least deserve it, because that's when I really need it. We've probably heard this before. Love me when I least deserve it, because that's when I need it the most. But I just wanted to share that this can be misinterpreted as in when people are being mean, or when people are being all unkind or stroppy. It's when I least deserve it, when they're being horrible, maybe like unkind, etc. People think, well, then I should love them the most, and they will continue to be mistreated and walked over because they follow this saying. They start to be like, they think love is to allow someone to get away with something, or just to be kind. They think loving is just to be kind back. But really, we must remember that it is not loving to allow and to continue somebody to be in a destructive behaviour, either to themselves or to you, especially talking about now. So sometimes we can't interfere and start butting into people's lives if they're being destructive to themselves. It's not necessarily something that we can do necessarily, depending on who they are. It's not our business, so to speak. But if someone is interfering with us verbally or in our lives, family, friends, etc., if someone is being bad, to talk childishly simple, like if someone is being bad and being mean, it is not loving for you to put up with it and think that that's being loving. So we must never be abused or just to be a do-nothinger and allow ourselves to be mistreated or put down, belittled, made fun of, mocked, spoken poorly about, like spoken meanly about. For me, we should always, not should, but you know what I mean. It is my preference that we nip this in the bud and we take care of things quickly, rather than letting them fester or letting them go or just pretending we didn't hear, or thinking, it's not worth the effort if I say something because we'll get into a confrontation. For me, I say better have a confrontation now and stop something from continuing for the next few weeks or months or more. Better to get into an argument or a confrontation and stop unconsciousness manifesting and creating destruction and disharmony within you and your environment and the world. So it's not just you're protecting when you stand up against unconscious destructive behavior. You are helping to teach this person to become aware and to understand of the effects of their behavior, and maybe to come in touch with how they are feeling emotionally or mentally and why they are behaving or acting out or saying the things that they do. It's part of being a soul manifested in this world of physical reality. It's part of the game of learning and growing and expressing ourselves. But love means we do it with a loving tenderness of the heart and care and consideration and compassion towards the person's well-being, physically, emotionally and mentally. We care for the physically, emotionally and mentally for the well-being of the other person who may be acting unconsciously. So we're not against them even if we have a confrontation or an argument with them. We're with them. and we're with ourselves. Love ourselves primarily and be with ourselves primarily. Protect ourselves primarily in a way. Most of the time. Like, for example, if a baby fell into the river, you might want to jump in, not to protect yourself primarily, but to protect them primarily because they're a baby in the river. But primarily, generally, in ordinary life, you need to look after yourself so you can be able to then help so many other people. And you are a person too, so you have to give love to you because you're a person too. So that's all I really want to say. Love me when I least deserve it, because that's when I really need it the most. We must question these photographs we see on Facebook and the internet, and question the things we've been taught in the past. Ideas about how we should behave in life and what we should do in life. We must question anything we believe in sometimes, or live by, just to make sure it's kind of right. And become wiser ourselves and learn to think for ourselves. And become an empowered, peaceful, loving warrior. Loving is not getting in not getting in confrontations. Loving can be definitely getting in confrontations. But always question yourself too, and see if you're acting from unconsciousness, fears, selfishness, trying to manipulate others selfishly or control others selfishly. Question the reasons why you're doing things. Question and ask, what do you want to bring about and make happen and appear in your life or in a situation. And this will bring clarity and awareness to you and wisdom. Purify your motives and intentions, like Peace Pilgrim says. So I have a lovely inspirational video by Peace Pilgrim, who is the biggest inspiration in my life, who moved my heart the most in life. It's in my video list, and you can look on my video uploads or my Joy, Gratitude and Inspiration playlist. So that's all I want to say. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for all of creation, all of God's source, all of that is in the physical world and beyond the physical world, for making me the way I am and making you the way you are. So thanks for everything that allowed this video to happen. As I said in another video, I can't take personal credit. We're all connected, and we've all been gifted and graced to be the way we are and where we are and to have what we have. So we're all a web connected. So if ever I receive thanksgiving, I have to pass it on to the whole web, everybody, and that's just loving and rejoicing in everything. Thanks, guides. Your guides, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, much love and peace and blessings to you. See you.